Hi guys, and welcome back to our Neurodiverse and Restless. I'm your host, John Navarro. And boy, was NXT and TNA crazy before this weekend and next weekend's Wrestling Showdown. So we get matches announced for Great American Bash. We get an amazing tag team title match on the line. We get Ricky Saints proving that he's one of the best people in NXT. And we get a women's showdown that actually makes me more hyped for Evolution. It actually brings more hope into Evolution. So let's break it down. So first we start off with an opening gauntlet match. So Ricky Saints needs to beat all of Vanity Project. If he does, he wins a chance at Great American Bash against Ethan Page, and he gets to pick the stipulation. The match was good. Vanity Project pretty much took over most of the match. Brayley did really good. He did some really cool moves. Ricky slapped him into next week, and Ricky won with a cool DDT against him. Then we had Smokes. Smokes came in with a twisted suplex that was cool into a neck drop kick, but Ricky escapes and hits a slick roll up to get him eliminated. And then last was Jackson, the Evolve champion, and Ricky took it to the Evolve champion back and forth. It's really good, but Ricky hits a Ramshambo for the win, and Ricky cleans house. And then Ricky announces to Ethan, so at Great American Bash, why not have a Falls Count Anywhere match? I am so hyped for this. You know, Ethan and Ricky are going to kill it. Those two are going to kill it, and I think that match could steal Great American Bash. I cannot wait. And I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5. Vanity Project surprised me. They're doing really good. But Ricky stole the whole segment. Then we got some women locker room drama. So Soul and Azaria is talking about, wow, we got announced for the women's tag team match. And Soul, you're going to defend the title at Great American Bash. And some of the girls ain't happy. Some of the girls are like, why do these women get more opportunities as us? And then Lainey Reed tells Soul and Zaria, who are you like talking to backstage or giving a good rub? You know, like, who are you like sucking up to get these opportunities? Kehlani doesn't like it, so Kehlani chimes in. They get into an argument that leads into their match later on. And then we get Charlie Dempsey versus Trevion Heights. The Escape the Catch Crew match, pretty much. If Heights wins, he gets to leave the Catch Crew. If he doesn't, he's still a part of the Catch Crew. And if Heights, pretty much it was good, but why is Heights still wearing that dog mask, that dog collar mask? Just take it off of him already. It's getting annoying. But the match was pure chain wrestling. Headlock, we got it. Leg lock, we got it. Arm lock, we got it. Multi-man surfboard lock, we got it. Any wrestling lock was on. It was really good. And then halfway through the match, Dempsey took off Heights Max. Heights Max, I guess, is a part of his gimmick now, because when he gets the max off, he starts acting crazy. It was pretty interesting. And then we get some back and forth, but Charlie hits Heights' legs on the steel steps and then puts him in a leg lock so bad, and he's not tapping out. So Ren has to throw in the towel for Heights, and Charlie wins. This was really good, and it's bringing that tension of, is Ren going to be the one to step up to Charlie to finally put an end to North Dakota Catch Crew? We have to wait to see. And I'm going to give it a 3.5. It was highly technical, but the storytelling was the best part. And then we got an NXT and TNA crossover match with Joe Hendry, Mike Santana versus High Rise. And it was a crossover banger. So High Rise took Mike early, keeping him in the corner, beating him down, but Joe tags in, hits some slick roll-ups and some cool moves, but Trick Williams shows up, distracting Joe. But Mike Santana is able to went to hit the block after Trick, Wesley, and High Rise beat the hell out of Joe and Mike Santana. And I'm calling it now. I think we have Team Trick already locked and loaded for War Games. I know I keep saying it, but it looks more likely we're about to get a War Games, and I'm hyped. Like, look at this. You have 4 men like standing up there like they're already a faction. Make it happen, WWE. And I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5. And then we get Yoshi and Amore Obafemi and Josh Briggs having a face-off. So Yoshi comes up with Josh about to talk about why this match is so important, but Oba shows up. They go back and forth. Yoshi says he's doing it. He have a lot of fans, a lot of family, a lot of people in Japan wanted him to win, and he's going to win for everyone that believes in him. Oba kind of laughs in his face and says, that's funny, that's cute, but they're going to pick up the leftovers of whatever is left of you on Saturday. That gets Josh Briggs heated, and Josh Briggs helps Edamore with a clapback saying, Oba, you can be the ruler, but it can be so easy for you to fall on your because Jasper Troy beat the hell out of you. Damn, that was kind of real though. Josh was kind of real. Like, hey, you think that you're all tough, but Yoshi beat Edamore like nothing. I mean, Yoshi beat Jasper like nothing, and Oba, you almost lost to Jasper. Briggs is not wrong. Then a brawl breaks out, and then Yoshi doesn't want to fight, but he does fight to help Josh, and it's really good, and I can't wait for the Monster Class at Great American Bash. And I'm going to say it in my prediction video, but I'm going to kind of say here, I feel like we're going to get some type of tension between Josh Briggs and Edamore, and I just don't want them to split up yet, but if this is the way they want to split them up, then hey, why not? And then we get a glam session style, so I think this was actually kind of funny and cute. I kind of liked it. So Jordan Grace, being all tough, her tough muscle gym, a workout. And then Blake gives her a call. She's like, okay, Blake, where are you? And Blake is like, I'm training. And Jordan's like, what do you mean by training? And Blake is like, well, I'm getting my hair done. I'm getting my outfit done. I'm getting massages. I'm getting my skin care. Pretty much Blake is like, Jordan, relax. We're going to win. And Jordan is like, no. So Jordan goes over to Blake's, I think, house, or I don't know if it's her house, but they go somewhere like a spa. And then it's some funny vignettes of Jordan wearing some nice loungewear, but she rips the sleeves off because Jordan Grace always had to show off her muscles, her getting her nails done, but Jordan kind of breaks the machine with her strength, stuff like that, really fun, campy. And at the end, Jordan says, hey, I needed this. And Blake says, well, you need a friend, don't you? Jordan says, that's not a bad idea. So maybe we get a tag team out of this. And I think I kind of like the idea of the buff Barbie Sabrina Carpenters. That seems like a nice tag team if they ever form it. And then we get Kehlani Jordan versus Lainey Reed. And I'm going to say this now. I'm going to take back some of the stuff I said about Lainey Reed in the last 2 weeks, because she improved a lot in this match. And you saw it. Right away, she goes after Jordan, does some cool ragdoll moves around Kehlani to do roll-ups, to do high kicks. It was really good. Lainey actually surprised me. And she was playing with the crowd a lot. And it was really good. I think I'm starting to get her gimmick. I'm getting somewhere with the cowgirl. It's working. The Southern mean girl is actually working. That gimmick is working because she's bringing more of that Southern twang into it, and I can see it. It works. And then Kehlani does some super cool moves, but Kehlani at the end, she had to hit that top rope leg split moonsault for the win. So I'm going to give it a 3.5. It was really good. Both women leveled up, and I think Kehlani's also ready to move up. I have a feeling that most likely soon we're going to see Kehlani on the main roster. I'm predicting SmackDown. I see Kehlani on SmackDown. I can see it. Aftermath, Dia Hero jumps Lainey Reed after the match, so I guess those two are going to go into a rivalry. We have to see how that all plays out. And then backstage, guys, Javon Evans is having a hard last 2 weeks. Every second, Jasper attacks him. Javon fights back, but Jasper keep attacking him. So this time, Hank and Tanket's getting ready for the match, and Jasper is somewhere we don't see him. And then Javon shows up saying, well, you got good luck with your match. I have to deal with Jasper. So I guess Jasper overhears it and just demolishes Javon. And then later, Jasper comes out and complains that Javon beats him up, but then it's a brawl. So we get announced at Great American Bash. Those two are going to go at it. And I'm saying this down. Javon, hopefully you can survive this weekend, because I think Jasper Troy is going to demolish you. Just saying. And then we get some backstage segments before the main event and the giant woman's blowout. So we have the Familia showdown. So Rizzo finally returns. She's had enough of Stacks, Luca, Tony. She's tired of sitting in the safe house, eating her chips, drinking her good juice. She's done. So she shows up and she's like, guys, I'm going to try to bring us together, but I realize we can't. It's too far gone. So I talked to Ava. Next week, we're going to have a triple threat match. And hopefully after that, we can see who's the better person and we can cut all of this out. And each man says no. Next week, they're going to beat the hell out of each other. And most likely, we're going to get a full family brawl. And I can't wait to see it. Who's going to come up on top? Would it be Luca? Would it be Tony? Would it be Stacks? You never know. Maybe Lizzo brings someone. Because she says she's been watching. So we don't know. She's a wild card too. Let's just say it. Like, we have a triple threat, but she's somewhere in the mix somehow. And then we get a vignette with the Cullen and Tatum. Tatum is finally the newest member with the Cullen. They talk about that. And they talk about how Nico and Sean is going to win the tag titles tonight. As well as Izzy is going to face Sovuka at a Great American Bash, and Izzy's going to win the title. I am ready for the Cullen to take over. I was kind of skeptical, but now having the whole Tatum Paxley in it, and we're going to see in the tag team match, they all work together in a way that just perfectly clicks. So now on to the tag team match. So we have Hank and Take versus the Cullen for the NXT Championship. And boy, it went crazy. They just start out in a brawl. So Hank and Take just mauls Nico and Sean. Sean and Nico fight back. Nico was a beast, just throwing Hank and Tank. Sean was really quick in using his wrestling IQ to get ahead over the guys. But Hank and Tank does some pretty cool tag team moves to take them down. But then Izzy Dame gets involved. Tatum swings from the ropes, back and forth laughing. And I thought that was it. I thought Sean was going to come out of nowhere, sneak attack. But that's not it. We get some good more back and forth. All men start flying off the top rope. And then we got Soul beating the hell out of Izzy. And Zoria kidnapping Tatum again. Yes. Tatum is getting kidnapped for the second week in a row. Can somebody please put a child leash on Tatum? Izzy, can you please get one of those backpacks with a leash for Tatum? Because you keep losing her. She's the definition of that one friend with ADHD that you need to always hold hands with or else they get lost. So pretty much me. I relate to Tatum Paxley. I'm that friend that you have to make sure that you see me or I disappear. Like her. Hilarious. But the match was really good, and we end with Hank and Tank doing a devastating move. Wow. Because Sean tried to save Nico, but Sean gets squished by all men by accident, and then Hank and Tank, they're just their finisher. I'm going to go to 4 out of 4. It was an absolute war. It was fun. I loved how we get the Cullen working all together at once in the match, as well as we see how the woman Izzy and Tatum work with Nico and Sean, and it all works perfectly. Because we have Nico, the madman, Tatum, the weird odd one. We have Izzy, the mastermind, and Sean, the leader. It just works so perfectly. They all just click. And then we get WWE baddies. We get Bad Girl Club, WWE style. Okay, so Ava comes out and she's announces the NXT woman for the Battle Royal. So the woman announced is Jada Parker, Lola Vice, Lash Legend, Izzy, and Tatum. I'm not surprised. Those are the top women. I'm kind of happy about that. But Jacky Jane shows up. She's been stealing people's nachos lately. She went to TNA trying to become double champion like Trick Williams. And then she's still pulling off the bootleg Mandy Rose, Toxic Attraction. So you know Jacky Jane. She wants a bit she want to take a bite of somebody else's nachos. So she's out there complaining, doing a whole stunt. But then Jordan Grace shows up and Jordan says, JC, shut up for once. You're annoying and you just irk me. And I'm like, thank you, Jordan, for saying what I've been trying to say. And then we got Lash Legend coming out, marking her territory, and she says, oh no, great Evolution, I'm gonna win the Battle Royal and I'm gonna face anyone at Clash of Champions, even if it's like Clash in Paris, even if it's like NXT, whoever. Lash wants the title. And then La Luchadora, Stephanie back here, yes, La Luchadora comes out. She goes up to JC and she says, you beat me. You didn't really beat me, but I guess you beat me even though you cheated. You're the champion, but you're not a top star. I liked that. And then we got all women from both brands. So we got Maxine Dupree and Natalya coming out talking about how Evolution needed the divas. So Natalya's here to take over. We had Selena Vega show up with Ivy Nile and Candice LeRae. We had Julia come behind Jada Parker, and Jada Parker said, I'm done listening to all of you, let's fight. So Jada Parker goes in, and she swings right at Jordan, and then every woman gets involved. We have a woman's brawl, security have to take women apart, women are screaming at each other, and we end the night with Ava trying to relax everyone well. People like Candice LeRae and Selena Vega are flying off the ropes. And the crowd is chanting, we want more. What an ending. Final thoughts. I'm going to give it a 5 out of 5. I was really concerned about how Great American Bash and Evolution was going to be built and Saturday Night's Main Event. And I'm kind of happy that, like, we're getting storylines. Yes, it's a little late, but I think they're trying to make up for it with just saying, okay, let's put everything on the table. Let's give people what they want. We want a multi-storyline. We're getting it with the woman. I'm actually kind of hyped for the Battle Royal now. A match that I thought I was not going to be hyped for, I got hyped. Because now I want to see, would an NXT girl win the Battle Royal? Or you never know. And then with the Ricky Saints and Ethan Page, I'm happy that they're continuing the storyline. I was worried they're not going to get a match, but happy about that. And I'm kind of interested in the whole Jasper and Javon storyline. So now on to TNA, because TNA just took it to a whole different level. So guys, TNA was good. We had some really good stuff, and then we had 2 back-to-back segments that were just awful. We're gonna get to it, but it was one match that, guys, it was so bad. We had a really bad match. The first 0 out of 0 on the channel. I know. It was so bad that I could even get it a 0 out of 5. It was 0 negative. It was a negative. But let's get right into TNA. So we start with a women's tag team match. We get the Elegance brand, Heather and Ash versus Myla Grace and Myla Grace and Harley Hudson. I think Myla and Harley makes a pretty good tag team. Like, they kind of come out. I can kind of see it. But we start off with Heather doing a little dance, and then Myla takes her down, hitting a beautiful slide-in kick. And then we get some back and forth, but the Elegant girls, you know, they do some good tag team moves. Harley and Maya does some really good tag team moves, but at the end, Maggie holds down Maya, one of the girls, while Ash puts a swanton bomb for the win. It was a really good match. 3 out of 5. It's very funny. We got a lot of comedic from the Elegance, and I love it. And I can't wait to see what they do against the Inspiration next week at Slammiversary. So 3 out of 5. Then we get a backstage segment with the Hardys, Wentz, and Reed. Yes, not Trey Miguel, Reed. Because Trey Miguel is out, and he's most likely not going to compete at Slammiversary, so Reed is taking his place. a part of the Rascals. And they are ready to fight the Memes in first class in the main event. But they also say that for right now, they are a team, but let the best man win the four-way at Slammiversary. I liked it. And I can maybe see the Hardys maybe turning heel. I don't know. I feel like that's maybe going to be later in the books. It just... And then we get Cedric Alexander, Jason Hosh, and John Schuyler versus Ali and the Secret Service. So Ali comes out and he just walks away. I know, guys. He walks away. The Secret Service come in. Alexander beats the hell out of them. Hosh does some good power moves, and Schuyler just be flying. Schuyler's a high flyer. And then after the match, Ali comes out of nowhere, attacks. Try to use a chair. Alexander stops him, but Tasha Steelz low blows Alexander. Everyone's shook. Ali's confused. She's yelling at Ali, "You're nothing but a piece of," to all the men, and walks off. And then Ali follows confused as she's telling Ali walk like he's a dog. So actually, guys, we thought Ali was crazy. Tasha Steelz is on a whole new level, and we're going to find out later. But this girl, this is all a part of her master plan. So all of this of her getting beat up and her getting like mistreated was all a part of her plan. She's a mastermind. We're going to find that out later. But goddamn, the girl know how to act. But we'll get to that later. Then we get Masha Slamovich and Lei Ling Lee, Rosiah Brookside by ringside, against the Fatal Influence, Fallon Henley and Miss Steal Your Nachos, Jacky Jane. Yes, Jacky Jane is a nacho stealer. She dabbles and picks in people's gimmicks. Yes, that's what I call someone who like takes inspiration, so-called inspiration from other gimmicks or other stuff that they did, kind of pick at it. Because, you know, she's doing the fake toxic attraction. She's trying to be Trick 2.0. So Miss Nachos is coming out as well. And it was a pretty good match. JC went after Masha early, but Zaya kicks her. And then Masha and Lei Ling does some really good tag team moves. I keep saying it. Masha and Lei Ling should be a tag team. They have a pretty good moveset. Push Ling Ling for the main title. I can see it. Give her a rematch against Masha. But Fallon and Fatal Influence distraction Ling, and you know, Fallon Henley does this beautiful swinging leg kick. I wish they added it in the video game. They did it. I really wish they did because that move is so good. WWE 2K, if you don't put it in WWE 2K 2016, I'm going to be mad that Fallon Henley swing the rope kick as an OMG move. I'm just saying that. That's a really good move. And then, you know, Fallon and JC does some really good tag team moves. But then Masha comes in hot with a DDT, cross lines. Then it's a brawl on the outside, and Masha hits a snowplow for the win. 3.5. Masha was built strong, and I kind of liked how they beat down Lei Ling to show that Jacky Jane needs the numbers to go against Masha. But the question is, will Jacky Jane survive by Slammiversary? Or will we have Jordan Grace versus Masha? And I want that. Because if you ever saw Masha versus Jordan Grace at Bound for Glory, that was one of the best matches in the women's division in TNA. So if we could get Masha and Jordan one more time, please. I'm just saying. But, you know, I'm ready to see where this goes. And then we have Moose and the System and Leon Slater. So Leon Slater sees the 30 year anniversary of the X Division promo, and Moose is trying to be the longest reigning champion. He's almost about to be, but Leon Slater wants to be the youngest X Division champion, and I like that. We got two storylines. One want to be the longest reigning, one wants to be the youngest. They both want to break history, so that gets played into the match as well. I didn't know Moose was going to be the longest. So adding that factor in does make both of them want the championship more, and it's going to bring the match more to light. And Leon tells the interviewer, well, he needs it. He want to prove a point. And Moose comes out with the System saying that he wants it because he wants to make a statement. So I can't wait. And then after, Matt Cardona asks his former tag team partner in the System, can he help them help him against Dark State. It was kind of hesitant. Everyone left instead of Matt's old tag team partner. We need to see where this goes. Is Dark State going to come out to the system? I'm very interested. Guys, and then we got a killer three-way match. We had Jake something, Mance Warner, Steve Macklin for the TNA Intercontinental Championship. Guys, I called it. They was going to have a three-way match. I thought it was going to be a Slammiversary, but on a regular show? What? It was crazy. Mance and Jake brawled. So as soon as Jake came out, he just brawled Mance. The match didn't even start yet. Okay, so Steve Macklin is coming in, taking off his jacket, throwing the belt, and he's like, okay, you want the smoke? So he jumps in. And then it's just crazy. Jake flew. Warner used his steel chair like a sword. Steph DeLander brought him a chair. But then Macklin hits, oh my God. I don't know if it was Macklin or Jake, but they hit a DDT on both chairs onto Warner. It was just crazy. They went for Savage, a top rope powerbomb that made Warner look like a beast. Outside wire spots, but a KIA from Macklin after Jake and Warner kind of beat each other down and one of them was knocked out for the win. 4 out of 5. Same brawl. Everyone leveled up, and I want to see this match again. But can we have a deeper stipulation? Maybe a ladder match. Maybe a hardcore match. I can see it. And then we got Tasha Steelz walking backstage. People interviewing her, why she did it. Even Order 4, Ali, John, and Hotch come out. And they're like, Tasha, what the hell? And Tasha just snaps. She said this was all of her master plan. She brought Alexander back because Ali never beat Alexander. And she knew that to bring him back for Ali to beat him to make Order 4 a statement would be great. Also, we have a match at Slammiversary. So you're welcome that your paychecks are full. I love it. Tasha Steelz, it was the mastermind. We never expected it, but goddamn. But then, oh my God, guys. We had Alicia Edwards go up to Tasha saying, do you want to know something? And you knew what that meant. The system. So the system walks up to Order 4 and they go back and forth. And they're like, you know what? Next week, what about we have a faction war to show who's the better faction? Guys, I am shook of. Next week, we're about to have a faction war against 2 of the best factions in TNA. I cannot wait. Then, guys, I'm sorry to say this, but I felt disgusted. I felt a little confused. I didn't know. So we got a promo. I guess it's a promo. I don't even know. Enzo Amore kind of shows up in TNA. Yeah, the guy who killed the Cruiserweight division is now in TNA. I think. I don't know. He kind of gave the promo. I didn't understand what he meant. It was very, like, mediocre. And then it just ends. Hopefully it's maybe just a one-time thing in Slammiversary. I was never an Enzo Amore fan. And the backstage heat that he got in the other promotions and the way he acts on social media, like, kind of proves it. Like, he's one of a kind. And then we got Indy Hartwell versus Victoria Crawford. I was hopeful for the match because, okay, Indy, Alicia Fox, Victoria Crawford, it could go somewhere. Guys, it was rough. Victoria comes out looking like Candyland cosplay gone wrong. She looks like the goddamn gumdrop gingerbread man from Shrek. The color scheme was wrong. I don't know. Her outfit... Alicia Fox is usually good with outfits, but Victoria Crawford, her outfit game sucks. Like, what is that? Tasha's by ringside. Most of the match, Victoria was running around like Tom and Jerry. Oh, bro. It was like so cringy. Indy tried to fight. Indy's a wrestler, so Indy's trying to fight her. But then, like, Tessa gets involved, and then the match ends with Indy kind of hitting just a kick to Crawford. Crawford jumps on the floor, drop dead like a possum. She picks up the pin, and then after Tessa goes on her whole rant like, you're a bad friend, no, you left me behind. What in the bloody is going on? I was kind of hyped for this anniversary match because Tessa, even though with her controversy, she's a pretty good wrestler. Indy's a really good wrestler. But the build up, this match, kind of food them. I'm worried about the Slammiversary match. Not just that. I'm worried for Indy Hartwell. Please, after this Slammiversary match, keep Indy away from Victoria and Tessa. Because this kind of proves that I love Alicia Fox, but what is this? This was just bad. I'm gonna give it a 0 out of 0. It was just so bad. The crowd was confused. The referees were. I was watching it with my mom and sister, and we was laughing because it's like, what is that? It was just bad. But we had Joe Hendry saving the day. Thank God. Two things can make it right. So Joe Hendry does a promo after those two weird, unbelievable stuff. So literally after that half an hour of what the television, Joe Hendry comes and saves the day. So Joe Hendry gives a promo, giving hope. He says at Slammiversary he's going to get the title back. He wants everyone to believe in him. And Mike Santana and him are kind of friends, not kind of, but he respects Mike Santana. And he said that, Mike, I'm going to need to do anything to win the title back. And Trick, I'm going to whoop Trick's. But we're going to see in the main event how Trick Williams is going to use that to his advantage. And I can't wait to see how that works at Slammiversary. Guys, we got the main event. So we had the Hardys, the Rascals versus First Class, and the Memphis. And it was good. Reed and Nick start out. Reed does some really good reversals. Jeff Hardy comes in with AJ Francis. AJ Francis does a pose. He gets booed. Jeff Hardy does his hand movement. He gets a cheer. AJ tries to fight back, but he gets beat up. Poetry in motion by the Hardys. But AJ steps big. Like, he stomps all over Rents. Like, what the hell? Matt clears the ring. But then all chaos, dives, brawls, near falls. Trick hits Matt with the title. And the Memphis steals the win. After, Mike Santana tried to help because Trick group beats down the Hardys. They beat him up, so Joe Hendry tried to help, but Joe Hendry actually punches Mike Santana. And then those two brawl, and then the Rascals and the Hardys have to break them up while Trick Williams, the Memphis, and First Class leave. Guys, Trick Williams planned this out. He knew. And I want to see that in the match. I want to see that Slammiversary. I want to see Trick use his wrestling psychology. I want to see Trick go outside the ring a couple times. Let the other two fight. I want that. I want Trick to be like this, like, I know how to play the game. And that just showed it right there. So my final thoughts of the show, it was nicely built up for Slammiversary. And some of the matches, we have to wait to see how it turns out. Because how is the Order 4 match going to be Slammiversary? Because it's Ali and Alexander. But is the Order 4 still with Ali? Like Hotch and Skylar? Because Tasha's with him. Like, I don't know how that plays out. It's really interesting. Hopefully, Indy Hartwell after Slammiversary gets away from Tessa and Crawford because that was a horrible match, and we don't need to see that on a live pay-per-view. And the VIPs for this week will have to be Masha Slamovich and I'll say Masha Slamovich, and I will also have to say Cedric Alexander. Even though the match wasn't good, Cedric does some pretty good moves. And guys, next week we got Faction Wars, title matches at Slammiversary, and hopefully no more Enzo Amore. So hopefully you guys liked the review. Please powerbomb that like button, super hit that notification bell, and power punch on all platforms. And I'll see you guys next time.